Hey guys, this morning we are digging my white bearded irises. They have really multiplied. And when you look in here, you can see this mess of irises. They have just gotten overly crowded. The blooms look gorgeous, but every 3 to 5 years you need to divide your irises. So today is my day, and I've dug a few clumps out so I could get in here easily so Reg could see that I'm using my fork to get up under the clumps. And you're going to, when you're doing this in a bed that's established, be careful not to look where your plants are so you don't break any limbs of things that are going to. And I'm not too concerned about my foxgloves. And I had to find the wire where we have our light. But you don't have to be real gentle with your iris clumps. You can take them out. You want to shake as much dirt as you can off of them. Just like this. And I'm going to be tossing these over here, and then in a few minutes I'll meet you once I'll show you how easily these clumps are to dig out. And the nice thing about dividing your irises is not only will you have more to put in your garden if you choose, but your friends, family, any kind of neighborhood giveaways. I want to get another big clump, and then we'll go to that nice little area, and I'll show you how easy it is to separate them out, pick out the good from the bad, and I'll show you then how we plant them back. What I will add to the soil, and right there by Reggie's foot, is my bucket of compost. I'm going to add some compost to the soil because they like well-drained, composted soil, and they need 6 hours of sunshine. And let me tell you, on some days like today, you can feel the sun is intense. All right. Look at this clump. That's what so look how tight this is. It is time to separate these out. So I'm going to toss this one over. Like I said, you don't have to be real gentle. And I think that was a root. Oh, there was a tree.
There was a tree.
Yeah, the beavers took out this arborvitae. Is this the one the beavers took out?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we had beavers on the river. One morning I came out. We had probably by then it was a 6-foot arborvitae there. One here. They had taken out 2 trees. They were on the riverbank. Anyhow, let's go over to that little area that you'll be able to see, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with these clumps. I'll finish this off camera, the rest of these, but Reg, I'll meet you over here. I'm going to climb through gently. Okay. So over here, I will show you what we're going to do. We're going to sort through with irises. They are rhizomes, not bulbs. And the rhizome is not the root. These are the roots on the backside of the rhizome. Now look at this, that is not a good rhizome. What you do here, this is mushy. You break that off. And now you have a nice, healthy rhizome, which we're going to cut the leaves, the fans, to at least 4 inches, so that when they're in the ground, the rhizome wants to be creating roots. The fans, you want this rhizome to be sitting nice and firm in the soil. If these fans were left on, they would be top heavy and they wouldn't fit in the soil as nicely as they should. So we're going to go through today and cut these back. No, none of this is going in the compost. You can see that this looks diseased, you always want to look for any kind of little borer holes. If they're squishy, which this one isn't, take off any of this, but don't put any of this in your compost. That way you'll know that they're in good shape. With this one here, what you want to do with this, there aren't any roots left on this part of the rhizome, but these are your fresh rhizomes you're going to use. So you're going to go in here and break that away from the old rhizome that no longer will give you any life. And do the same thing. You're just going to keep cutting these fans back. Pick off any of the dead. Feel for soft, which it isn't. Look at those nice roots. Making me happy. And so I'm going to do this to that big clump. I'm going to minimize that clump too, because it's gotten so crowded. And when you go to plant these back in the ground, and I'll show you that here in a second, we're going to space these at least 12 inches apart, 18 if you don't want to divide them every 3 to 5 years. I'm going to do mine 12 years because I do want to see blooms and make it look really pretty next year. And this is not difficult for me to do. So let me take a few back there. And like I said, I'll finish off camera how I'm going to dig that whole big clump up. But I want to show you how easy it is to plant these back. I am going to amend my soil with, oh, here's another good one that I'm not going to use it. Well, maybe I will. See these little guys here? They're going to be popped off. That goes away. And then you can leave these out for a couple weeks in a cool, dry spot. I'll probably put these in a pot, different pots, and take them to Second Saturday, or we have a library that likes to, I put like a little bucket that says donate. You could do that. Give it to some friends. So, oh, let's see this one. Yeah, look at this. See this? That one's going to go. That big rhizome, all these babies are coming off. And there you have it. Okay, so let's go back. These babies, I'll give those away. I want something a little more substantial, like this, to plant. Break that off. Nice and solid. Nice roots. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll probably plant these. Okay, let's go. I think my shovel's back there with the compost. But I have, like, look at all these I've yet to do. Tons. Iris are great. Okay, I'm going to go the easy or hard way. Reggie's going to meet me over there so you can see the process. All right. So, here we are. I'm going to get some of my compost. Toss my shovel in here. And this is just my compost. Just add a little to your soil. In the spring, I usually add some bone meal around the plants, which encourages nice, strong flower stems. We're not concerned about developing the green fans, just strong flower stems. So I'm going to come in here. I've got my compost. Because all of these back in here are going to come out. This was a peony. These are coming out. And I'll probably put another clump with about 5 also. So I'll have two nice clumps of white ones back in here. I like to see a nice grouping of, all right. So this, how easy this is. Clean that out. You're going to dig a hole no more than about 4 inches down. Some people like to build a little mound of soil to put the roots over. I don't know if you can see that mound, or where my hand is. And then you're going to lay your rhizome, spread your little roots out, put your rhizome right about here, make room for the roots, because what you're after, these roots will take up all the nutrients from the soil. And if we weren't going to get rain today, I would water these in. We're going to get rain. You do not want to cover your rhizome completely in this area. You want the rhizome to get sunshine, and you do not want it completely covered or it'll rot. So I'm going to separate that out to about here. Make me a little mound of soil. Put my roots. These have nice roots on them. Just like this. Cover that up. And there you have it. You now have your irises planted for next spring. And I may not have mentioned, you want to be dividing your irises in the summertime, no later than September. That allows for the roots to develop and be ready for spring bloomers. You want to wait several weeks after they've quit blooming. Mine quit blooming, I don't know, the 3rd week of May. And so now's the time to dig them in the hottest time of the year. But that allows them, like I said, to develop their root system. That's what it's all about. They'll be established. What you'll notice when they're growing, this center leaf, you'll see some new growth on it. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to get the rest of these dug and planted another group probably right about here. And the rest are going to be given away. So that is digging your irises and replanting them. And thanks for watching Gardening on the West Fork. We will see you in the next video.